So Africans can succeed in Africa. You don't need to migrate in order to achieve success in Africa. Okay? And when it comes to that, we need to see Africa the same way the foreign international savvy investor sees Africa. You understand? And how do they see it? Well, let's start with how do most Africans see Africa and what makes them want to go. They see insecurity. They see poverty. They see lack of law and order. They see corruption. They see frustration. But at the same time, the international savvy investor sees gold mines. It sees the cobalt in the DRC. It sees Nigeria's population. You get what I'm saying? It sees the DRC's minerals. It sees the fintech industry or the fintech possibilities in Kenya and in Nigeria. And these things are the differences on how they see. They come in, they invest in a climate where the Africans think it's not investable. And that's what I'm trying to change here. Now, it's important to understand that it's a very big lesson because, and this is important, I must give you an example. You see, $400 million was poured into the Nigerian economy by a Chinese company called OPay. At the same period when many Nigerians were lining up at the American and Canadian and British and Australian embassies to emigrate out. So while these Nigerians, God bless their souls, had a very good reason because of what they saw to leave, the Chinese had a very good reason to come. We all know OPay, and I'm just using them as an example. There are many other companies like that. The Nigerians were leaving, and it's an example, and OPay sunk in $400 million, and they're smiling to the bank today. They're a very popular company, and that's why I use them as an example. So it's important to understand that while you were looking at the frustration, and rightly so, the frustration, the corruption, the Chinese were looking at the opportunity with the population and the digital market. It's very important. Now, another important point now is they poured in huge money, $400 million and counting, of course, now with their profits. What happens? That's a lot of money. It's a pity that most money that is carted out through corruption does not end up invested in Africa. That's what I mean is most Africans that steal money don't end up investing it in Africa. But that's a topic for another day. Right now, the second point we need to understand for Africans to be able to prosper in Africa is you must come together in investment communities. I sincerely doubt that the $400 million poured in by the Chinese came from one individual, which is the mentality that a Nigerian and Africa would have. No, you need to come together. We need to come together, and my money, your money equals big money and big investment in Africa. And that's where we make what? Big profits. This is very, very, very important. And that's how you succeed in Africa. That's how you succeed. One, you must understand that Africa is a gold mine. Come into Africa, others are coming in. Two, how do you raise the money? Come together. It is true that our culture is not too good when it comes to partnerships, but it just needs there's 0.2% of the population that I can partner with, and you can partner with, and you can partner with. I need to find them. So we stop being emotional. It's not because you're my brother, or you're from the same church with me, or you're from the same tribe with me. It is because I've done my due diligence on you, and you've done your due diligence on me, and we're going to contract things legally, and we can partner and put our resources together and invest in extracting and adding value to our natural resources so that we can all prosper in Africa. And that takes the mind out of what we call Jabba It takes the mind out of from the youth feeling that the only opportunities they have is outside. And when we prosper and we continue to prosper, it actually affects democracy, because as we prosper, we want to be sure. We want to make sure that our governance is good. And now guess what? We have the money to do so. We have the money to at least affect that proper elections are held. So Africa must invest in Africa. Like I said, while you are looking at frustration and seeing corruption, the other foreigner is seeing an opportunity and taking it. Now, you see, at the same time, I've heard people complain about the gold mines and they're mining this out and they're mining that. But look, I have first-hand knowledge that a lot of licenses that were issued to Africans to mine the African resources, case in point gold, the owners of the license could not come up with the money to fulfill the contracts. And so they were revoked. That didn't happen to the Chinese. That didn't happen to them. That didn't happen to India. So I am saying that if I had put my money together with their money and your money with his money or her money, you would have been able to come up with the money to fulfill your contract for mining. And that's what you must do. Community investments, non-emotional legal contracts, and insight. See the investment opportunities and take advantage of them as a community. Thank you. That's it. What's your next question?